The mysterious death of Elisa Lam. What really happened at the Cecil Hotel? Intro. Some stories stay with us, not because of what we know, but because of what we can't explain. This is one of those stories. A young woman, a haunted hotel, a final elevator ride caught on camera, and a discovery that only deepened the mystery. You may think you've heard it before, but there are still questions no one has been able to answer. This is the story of Elisa Lam. Los Angeles, February 2013. A 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam checks into the infamous Cecil Hotel, a place drenched in urban legend and tragedy. Located in downtown Los Angeles, the Cecil had long been associated with violent deaths, suicides, and even serial killers, including Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who stayed there during his killing spree. Elisa was traveling alone, a solo journey from Vancouver down the West Coast. It was meant to be a personal adventure, an escape from the pressures of college life. She shared moments from her trip on social media and on her Tumblr blog, where she wrote openly about her struggles with mental health, including bipolar disorder and depression. Every day, she called her parents. Until January 31st, then silence. When Elisa missed her scheduled checkout and failed to call home, her family grew worried. They contacted the Los Angeles Police Department. Officers searched the hotel and spoke with staff, but Elisa was nowhere to be found. Flyers went up across the city. Volunteers searched the streets. Days turned into weeks. Then, on February 13th, the hotel released surveillance footage from an elevator. It was the last known image of Elisa Lam. The footage was unsettling. Elisa steps into the elevator, wearing a red hoodie, black shorts, and sandals. She presses multiple buttons. The doors refuse to close. She waits. She peeks into the hallway, cautiously, as if expecting someone. But there's no one. She ducks into the corner. Then she steps out, comes back in, presses more buttons. Still, the doors remain open. Suddenly, her body language shifts. She moves her hands in jerky, unnatural motions, twisting her fingers and wrists like she's trying to communicate with something unseen, something invisible. Then she steps out for the final time and disappears from view. The video went viral. Millions watched it online, transfixed by its eerie strangeness. Conspiracy theories erupted. Was someone chasing her? Was she hallucinating? Was she possessed? And then came the water complaints. Hotel guests noticed problems. Low pressure, dark color, strange taste. Maintenance staff went to check the rooftop water tanks, 4 massive cylinders that supplied the entire hotel. Inside one of them, they found her, Elisa Lam, floating face down, naked, lifeless. Her clothes were also in the tank. Her phone was missing. But that discovery raised more questions than it answered. The rooftop was locked. Only staff had access. All doors were alarmed, but no alarms had gone off. The water tank stood over 8 feet tall. There were no external ladders. The lids were heavy, metal, difficult to lift. Even with effort, getting inside one would be a challenge. And yet, there she was. The autopsy declared her death an accidental drowning. Bipolar disorder was listed as a contributing factor. No drugs, no alcohol, no signs of physical trauma, no evidence of sexual assault. Case closed. But was it really? Why didn't the rooftop alarms go off? Why didn't search dogs detect her scent near the tanks? Why was her Tumblr blog still updating days after her death? Were the posts scheduled, or was someone else accessing her account? And how exactly did Elisa manage to climb into that tank, close the lid, and leave no trace? The Cecil Hotel shut down not long after. It was eventually rebranded under a new name, but Elisa's story still echoes through its dark hallways. Was it a psychotic episode? A murder? Something even darker? No one knows for sure. But one fact remains. Elisa Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel and never walked out alive. Her story has become a modern ghost tale, one that refuses to rest.